Well guys, welcome back to the channel. Let me tell you, it was rough getting back in here today. So typically this is all just dry dirt road, but we got a lot of rain recently, so I thought it'd be more dried out by now than what it was. So the Jeep is completely all muddy now. Kind of want to wait a little bit for it to dry out. But what I wanted to do was a yearly update and walk around of the Gladiator. This is my 2022 Jeep Gladiator Rubicon with the Eco Diesel motor. I bought it brand new February of 2022. I actually ordered it as a 2021 model because I had to have the diesel motor, and I told myself, because I had a Tundra previous before this, that if the Gladiator ever came out with that Eco Diesel motor, I would switch to that in a heartbeat. Obviously, miles per gallon and low-end diesel torque is what's highly sought after for overlanding or off-roading. In the current configuration, on 37-inch tires, about 8,000 pounds, I get about 20 miles per gallon on the highway, and on the trail, I'd probably say 14-15 miles per gallon, like in 4 low. It does get good gas fuel mileage, I should say, and I'm on 37-inch mud terrains. So obviously, I've seen people over 30 miles per gallon on regular street tires, factory tires, the smaller ones. And with less weight, obviously, without, a rooftop tent and awnings and Starlink and boxes up top. I optioned out pretty much every single option on this Gladiator except for leather seats and all the active safety stuff, parking sensors, all that stuff. I knew as a Jeep owner, you're going to go through a windshield every year, and just the extra cost of aiming it didn't offset the comforts of the staying in the lane and the low speed follow behind the cars and all that. Maybe it's because I'm 44 years old. I'm a little bit older. I don't want all that stuff. And 20 years working for American Honda as a master tech, I'm just not a fan of that technology. But anyway, back to the Jeep here. I am re-geared, so no matter what diesel engine you buy, if you have a Wrangler or a Gladiator, if you get the diesel option, even in the Rubicon trim, you're still stuck with the 373 rear axles. 373 gearing in the front and rear differentials. You still get lockers front and rear, but you just don't get the Rubicon gears. The diesel really doesn't need it in the factory configuration. All that low-end torque will pull you through just about anything. Now, I did re-gear this to 4, 5, 6 gears, and that is a very good combination for 37s. Factor in the weight, and I'm probably going to go to 38s. I wish I went 488s or 513s. Honestly, if I were to do it again, I'd probably do 488s. I've said that numerous times in my previous videos. But starting out in the front here, we have an AEV Snorkel intake, and I completely sealed the air box all the way up through here. This is an add-on. This is an expensive add-on. This is a pre-filter from Cyclone. Now you have to get the high flow one for the Eco Diesel, but it's got a spinning bearing in there that disperses the dust out of it, and it does make a cool sucking noise. But my air filter, your air filter, even in very dusty conditions, you can easily get over 20,000 miles on these filters. They don't get dirty. They don't clog, and that's the highlight of having this on a raised air intake compared to the factory stock one. Baja Designs ditch lights, they look cool. Honestly, I never use them. It's one of those things I probably wouldn't do again, just because I just never use them. They're not worth it to me. Same with these metal cloak step rails. Use them as steps. Again, I don't use them. the rough country frame slider there. I just normally could step up on there to get up top. This is the rough country frame slider. This is one of the very few or very couple frame sliders that actually bolt to the frame and not the pinch welds. The factory Jeep rock rails or whatever, they bolt to the pinch welds of the Jeep. These bolt to the actual frame of the Jeep. So you can put a lot more weight on them and not worry about messing up your pinch welds or your door jamb or your body seams right there. Coming down to tires, I'm running, and this is my third set. I do have 60,000 miles on this vehicle, almost 70,000, about 68,000. These are AEV rims with KM3 37-inch mud terrains. Third set, I like them that much. Would I buy them again? Yes, but I am switching these out because I'm going to go skinny 38 tires. Basically, I'm going with a 38 by 11.5 by 17, and I need the rims to come out more, so I am getting Rough Country's steel wheels in a 17-inch with the proper offset. So the offset is going to push the tire out a little bit more to give me more stability, and it's also going to allow clearing of the TerraFlex big brake kit, so I can put bigger brake calipers on here and bigger rotors to help with braking. Braking is really good for factory setup, especially with the added weight of the diesel engine and the rooftop tent and everything. 2 years ago when we did Black Bear Pass, my buddy Steve and I both had both feet on the brake pedal. Braking was a little bit more difficult to do. So definitely need that update. I know Power Stop makes a good update for that as well. Coming around to the front, we have the factory Mopar Winch bumper. It's held up really well. Now, when I bought my Jeep, I didn't option for that, but they had one on the lot that it was a takeoff. They put a bunch of accessories on another Jeep, so I asked if if they can just throw it in the back for me, and they hooked me up with that. So we are running the Panther Series 14,000 pound winch, and it is an extremely nice winch. I've used it a couple times. We are running the Yakum fairlead, which is really nice too, because that big ultra hook on there, and this is just less metal flying and all that. This is the midlands antenna for my GMRS radio, basically a really fancy walkie-talkie, and this gives me a really good range, and I really like it. I think I had to widen out one of the factory bolt holes to make that fit and work. This is the Steady LED off-road lights. I've had them on the Jeep for 3 years now, I believe, and I've used them once. The factory LED package on the Gladiators and Jeep Wranglers, the new ones, is an obnoxious amount of light. Pair that with the Baja Designs amber fog lights. Baja Designs makes an adapter kit for Jeep for these, and these are obnoxiously bright as well. So I don't need those. They're probably going to come off when we redo the next iteration of the Gladiator here. I did opt for the trail camera, the front trail camera, which is very nice. It's got a washer sprayer, cleans the mud off of it. Definitely worth that. I would definitely option for that out again, and I would definitely buy, this winch was given to me, but I would definitely purchase this with my own money. This has been a spectacular winch. I'm not just saying that because I'm sponsored by it. I would have bought that product anyway. It comes with 2 wireless remotes, a handheld connector, and just the way it feels and works, it's just amazing. It's definitely held up to the weight of the Gladiator. Let's see here. Coming around to the side here, I do have a regular FM antenna, stubby one. Nothing special there. I don't really use FM, AM anymore anyway. We already went over the frame slider. This is This is the OPENROAD shower awning. This is one of the things that I would buy continuously on and on. This is probably the top 5 things I would recommend if you come out and do this type of stuff. The ability to change in private, use the bathroom, take a shower, just a privacy tent. Super quick to set up, super quick to put away. It's just an amazing tool, and especially if you want to bring your wife or, you know, kids or whatever, it makes them feel more comfortable doing this stuff. This roof rack is a Trail Racks, and I wouldn't buy it again. Not only do these brackets, it's a poor design, the rack shifts back and forth and these easily break off. You have to spec torque them to the dot, and then they'll loosen up. It's not really made for off-roading. It doesn't hold up. Not only that, it also it causes a lot of rattling on the roof when you're driving on washboards and stuff. It rattles like no other. I had a front runner rack on before this, and although you have to drill through the hard top in the back, the weight of the rack itself doesn't sit on the roof, so you don't have those rattles, and it's just a way better design. The only thing I like about the Trail Racks is the deflector up there for the wind. It definitely helps out. But other than that, it too is coming off, and the next iteration, we're putting a different kind of camper on it. I do have Starlink up here. It is a Gen 3.1. It works amazing. It works when driving. It works at camp. It's hardwired in, a game changer, especially out west. It's not going to work so well around here now because of all the tree cover. It's definitely a game changer when it comes to working remote. My wife does that stuff all the time. And can I just get a shout out for, I mean, it is the second week of August in South Carolina, and it is about 76 out here right now, and a cool breeze and overcast. We just went through 3, 4, 5 weeks of just heat and no rain, and now that we just got 2 weeks of hard rain, it definitely brought the cooler temperatures. So going over the suspension, the Rubicon obviously sits higher than other models except the Mojave. I do have an AEV 3-inch lift, the HD springs. The HD springs holds the weight of the camper and the topper and all the weight. I have a drawer system. I am running the Falcon 3.3 shocks. They are adjustable. You do have an adjuster on here, so I can go from firm to soft, and then in setting number 2, you could fine tune it. Basically, when I'm driving around town, I have it on the firm setting, which is 3. And then when I get off road, I slide it over to 2, and 2 in the front. I believe it's 2, 3 in the rear. That's how I have it tuned in for my weight of my vehicle. Yours is going to vary differently. I do have the TerraFlex IR, the Alpine IR, uppers and lowers, front and rear, as well as the AEV drop-down brackets to help drive straight on the highway. I do have the TerraFlex. You can see the speed bumps in here. They're hydraulic bump stops. They work amazing. You can literally bomb this thing through the desert. You can bomb it through gravel roads, and you come down really, really hard, and it softens it out so soft. It softens it out so soft, you don't feel any hit. So definitely worth it, and absolutely love it. It's been such a great and amazing suspension. Totally have it dialed and tuned. It's been an amazing suspension. Again, I kind of pieced it together in the last 4 years. It wasn't done all at once, so I can kind of tell you what works, what doesn't work. In the rear back here, same thing, but you see this upper bracket right here? That is TerraFlex's, they have a drop-down bracket for the uppers. So that bracket up there, where the upper arm goes in, it does have a drop-down bracket. It allows it to ride better on the highway and gives you a little bit more lift in the rear. Again, this suspension is amazing. I do have the Hellwig rear sway bar. The Hellwig rear sway bar helps with the weight of the tent and all that. Definitely need that. It's amazing. Got jets passing up ahead. Front and rear sway bar links are core 4x4. They're super heavy duty. I kept having issues bending them, the AEV ones, and eventually I went with the core 4x4 and have it with the Johnny joints. Haven't had any issues out of those. They do have greasable fittings on them. You definitely need to get the metal cloak support brackets up here because I popped mine out before already, and that's just a given now with any kind of heavier weight on these. Front and rear drive shafts. I have a one-piece rear drive shaft. Factory, these come with a 2-part drive shaft. The center bearing started going bad on mine at about 60,000 miles, so I upgraded to the Adams one-piece drive shaft. No vibrations, it works great. We did swap out the front drive shaft to an Adams drive shaft as well. The 1350 allows for more flex. The factory drive shaft was getting beat up in the front because I was overextending it. As far as skids go, I have the AEV front and rear diff skids. And I do have the Arctic aluminum skid over the fuel filter for the diesel. It's just vulnerable down there. And I do have a Colorado 4x4, I believe, transmission skid, transmission and oil pan skid. It basically covers the bottom down there and helps out a lot with any kind of rocks coming up and putting a hole in your transmission or oil pan. I did have an issue with the rear pinion bolts coming loose and I had to redo that. I had a big issue with the rear locker with that, but everything's working great now. Everything's working. This is like 4 years of modifying. Inside we have Epic Vehicle Outfitters new armrest, the Epic Roadie, I believe they call it. My wife absolutely loves it. The only problem I have with these things that Epic makes is, I don't know if you can hear that, these zippers are so loud. Every one I've had to cut this zipper part off and put in the carabiner ones, the ones that are made out of the bungee cord cloth, so they don't rattle. Because I'm OCD. You can drive my Jeep down a very washboarded road and there's no noises, no rattles. I kind of pride myself on that, but that will drive you nuts. I do have a set here I got to swap out. I got the DV8 door baskets per se, front and rear. They do help. I don't know what Jeep was thinking with the wire mesh stuff. Coming inside here, we have Anvil Overland's dash mount bar, which I put everything on. Up here, I have a Molly panel from Epic Vehicle Outfitters. I do have a power port up here. My radio, GMRS radio, like the walkie-talkies. That radio is the antenna up in the front too. The actual control box is mounted under the steering wheel. This is for my iPad with all my map software. I do have rough country seat covers. These are 4 years old. They look brand new still. 100% worth it. The money, they hold up great. I have a cup holder. I used to have it on both sides, but my wife absolutely loves it, so I keep hers up on this side. I don't have it anymore on my side. This floor is Armor Light. It replaces your factory carpet. You take your factory carpet out, and you can just see how well it lines up and how thick it is. There's not as much heat transfer coming through the floor. It's waterproof. You can wash it out. It's got drain holes right here, and it's front and rear, so we have it in the rear back here as well. This Armor Light, and you got drains in the rear as well. And it just makes it so much easier with cleaning and smells and kids spilling stuff. Carcan.com, trash receptacle. Easy to reach from the driver's seat. Kids use it for garbage. Cords. This Molly panel from MPS up here. Absolutely love it. I keep jackets back here, extra pillows, my rain jacket, and it's high enough where it doesn't bother you, and it's just like an upper attic for storage. Behind the seats here, the kids have pillows and blankets that they like to use. Under the seat, this is, I believe it's American Adventure Labs. I'll post a link down below. It's a storage basket it's lockable. I don't have the lock installed because I don't need to lock this, but I keep tools down here, recovery stuff, extra bolts. On the other side I got, but it's very secure. It's a more useful of space than the factory plastic one that came in it that I purchased with it. This is just way more storage and functionality, which I like. More function, right? A little trick with these seat belts right here. Zip tie them both together. That way they don't get tore up when you're putting the seats up and down, and they still work as designed. But one big zip tie holding them together is will save you a headache. Just a little pro tip right there. Let's go around to the other side. Oh, under the hood. These are breathable hood vents. Let's see, Valkyrie makes them, I believe. Popping the hood open. So under the hood here, we have a Odyssey battery, AGM. We do have, this EcoDiesel is fully deleted, including both EGR coolers on both sides. It definitely opens up the back of the engine a lot more, ease of working on it. We do have an oil catch can right here from EOC. Our tune and delete is from EOC. Same with the exhaust. We got the full exhaust from EOC. Definitely increased my miles per gallon, and the power is insane. I'm running just a straight towing tune, and definitely if you have a diesel, you have to do that. It's just an amazing modification. This right here, I have a video on how to wire up a winch. This right here is a relay for the winch, so the winch doesn't have power at all times. I use the aux buttons on my dash to turn this on, and this puts power to the winch. Basically it's a fail-safe, so the winch doesn't have power full time. We have an ARB diff breathers, front diff, rear diff, transmission, and transfer case. Make sure you do the transfer case. It's a little bit hard to get to. I do have a video down below on that, but I blew my front transfer case oil seal out going through a deep water crossing because I didn't, the factory breather was clogged with dirt and mud. The EcoDiesel's been amazing. Let me show you all the room back here for all you diesel guys. Like, all that right there is completely open. There's a big cooler that sat back there with all this hot exhaust and coolant running through it. Same with this side down here. All that open space down here. It's been amazing. One pro tip on the diesels, your radiator. I know I just went through a lot of mud today. There's a cleaning wand you can buy for that. Definitely clean that out once a year. I would do once a year at minimum, because it will cause you to run hot. It clogs up your radiator real quick with mud. You get mud all in the fins and it blocks the cooling. Coming around on this side, I got a big box up here from Rome. This big box up here, I have a recovery rope, my chainsaw, just a bunch of recovery stuff. It's easy to get to if you're stuck somewhere. This is a 270 awning. It goes all the way from the front of the Jeep all the way around to the back. It's got blackout material. It works really, really well. One of the cheaper awnings, over 2 years old, and it holds up. And it's for the price, you can't beat it. It's top oak. I do have rotor packs mounted on the door. This is the alu cab, not the cabin, but the alu cab, just canopy topper. I have a front runner MaxTrax mount, which I installed these rotor packs as mounts on them, so that way it's reinforced in the back, because this door itself is pretty flimsy. So I mean, it's kind of thick, but you can see where I drilled through, and it's got a support bracket which increases the rigidity. I also installed reinforced aluminum plates on there, increase the shocks struts, more heavy duty. And yeah, it's been working well. I upgraded these to the red light. The factory one, the ones that came in the alu cab were just white, but these switch in between like the newer ones. I do have the alu cab table with the roof mount, easy out of the way. Coming around here to the back, this Australian company, I'm sorry, this Canadian company makes a hell of a trash bag. Link below. This one's going on 2 years now, no fading, it holds up. Keep all my trash in there, and trash bags, toilet bags, all that stuff, keeps the smell out. Sticky vinyls, did custom wraps of any kind of trail you want, any kind of GPS coordinates you want. Holds up good. Crazy Beaver shovel, top oak rooftop tent. Again, we're switching this all up. That tent's not a bad tent. I have my complaints and my praises, but I really like where you can mount stuff to it. Baja Designs rear squad lights, love those. Come around to the side here, we have action tracks. These are the studded ones. They are mounted to a front runner attachment again, same as the other side, to increase rigidity. And they just got quick releases on them. These are MaxTrax pins, I believe, for their extreme version. But with these newer ones that just came out, I can put all 4 of them on here, whereas before I ran 2. Agency 6 grab handles to kind of help put the tent up. This tent folds out to a queen size bed. I got Wii Boost cell phone booster. Coming over here, everything's a mess because I've been bouncing around. Red Arc Redvision, complete Redvision setup. This is going with me in the new setup. The inverter, I don't know if I've never used that. I wanted to have one, but I've never used it. You could run stuff on here, but again, Jackery for 300. This is about 3 or 4 years old now, but actually older than that. It still holds up. I use it to charge small stuff like right here. DC inverter, the fuse box for the Redvision. Again, amazing stuff. Flashlight, I have an ARB dual air compressor mounted up under this. Fire extinguisher. Leveling, I got leveling pads down here. Toiletry bag. Yeah, charge my drones, everything back in here. Custom plate on there for the JT. I got an extra winch controller back here. This setup works. I don't like how it blocks everything. We're going with a new setup here shortly. Wife okayed a new camper build. The only real damage I've got on my Jeep right here, body damage, was when we were at Knob. I don't even know how it happened, but it happened to me and my friend's Jeep at the same time, and we didn't even feel it. So kind of wear it now as a scar or a tattoo. It's like we got matching tattoos. All right, coming around here to the back. Iceco fridge, stand-up fridge. It's an RV fridge. This has been a game changer for me. I keep cold stuff in here, drinks. This right here I'm probably keeping. This is the SHW off-road drawer system, the dual drawer system. It's got dividers. It goes full length all the way to the back of the Gladiator bed. And on this side I have my kitchen stuff, my stove, plates, food, extra toilet paper, stuff like that. And on the other side I got tools. This side right here. Tools, first aid supply, and I use this for food so I can make lunch on the side. This is a waterproof composite, very expensive drawer system, but you get what you pay for with them. best of the best. They also have wings that go on either side. I have those laying in the back. Definitely want to keep it. Unsure with the new camper build how that's going to work. I might put a new bed rug in and get rid of it. I'm not sure yet. We'll kind of play it by ear, see how it all fits together. This is the Starlink router for the Wi-Fi. I keep gloves in here when cooking, soap, hand sanitizer. My ARB compressor is mounted under here. I got a 300 amp hour battery, lithium ion battery as my house battery. I keep some charging ports right here for batteries. That's for laundry. Over here I got a long pull out thing with just some camp stuff in there. Dometic, sink, all that for when I'm cooking. Again, everything basically back here is just freestanding. I'm curious to see how this is going to work with the new loadout here. Up here, I just have a molly panel, paper towels. Don't need a window. I will answer your questions if you need a more detailed video of something or photos of something. This is 4 years of what works, what doesn't work. I really like this loadout. Everything kind of has its reason. Oh, let me show you what this is. I made this right here. So this is controlled by my Redvision. So on this side, I have a power outlet for my diesel heater. And then I got USB plugs right here where I can plug in my awning. Top oak awning has lights in it. The lights plug into there. Let's go inside here. I'm sure I'm missing a bunch of stuff. I have the edge gauge control module here. I have a video on that. I have a little gun mount. And then I got a dead pedal here to rest your pedal, your foot. It does fold up, so you can put your foot under it too if you want. Fabric center armrest cover. Works really well back here. I really like this setup. Typically it's just me and one of the kids that go out, but every now and then we do a long trip with both kids and my wife. 2 kids and my wife. On this side down here, I do have bug spray, awning tie downs, lights, motion lights, more bug spray. Everything works really well with this setup. Flashlight, if you need a quick tie down. Air down tools, handheld walkie-talkie, my gloves, extra towel under there for when you get soaked. But yeah, this has worked out really well. I really like this setup. All right, so talking now for the future, we are going to get rid of the alu-cab canopy and the rooftop tent and go with one of 2 options. So the 2 that I've narrowed it down with is a Lone Peak Overland topper. It's kind of like a go fast camper. The other one we're looking at is a Tune M1. The problem with the Tune M1 is it sticks out more. It's going to come out to basically where the fenders are, which I'm already there anyway with my Max Pack tracks and all that stuff. But the cool thing about the Tune M1, and they are coming out with a M1 skinny version, which is going to be really cool too. The cool thing about the M1 is it goes straight up and you get 360 view. So it's a tough decision. I am leaning more towards the Lone Peak Overland one because my kids are getting older and they're no longer going to be wanting to sleep with mom and dad. And they're going to want their own tent, you know, just a little pop-up tent. And I can do that for the kids. Have a little pop-up tent under the awning or something. 9 times out of 10, it's just me and my kid anyway, going out camping. And eventually, thinking long term, it's going to be just me and my wife, just traveling and exploring, you know, once the kids are out in school and all that. So, thinking long term, it's a lot to compare. I would like to see both in person, honestly, before, you know, you drop 10, 15 grand on a camper. But I've been doing this for 4 years now, and this is something that I'm sticking with. So, I don't mind spending the money at this point. Anyway, give me a like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think, what you would do different. Look at the campers. Let me know what you think. Hopefully this helps you with your Jeep build, or if you want to do any modifications to your Gladiator. A lot of this has worked out really well for me. Anyway, let me know down below what you think, and I will see you in the next one. please like, comment, and subscribe. If you like this type of video, please think about joining my Patreon page for about $4 a month. I'll give you GPS coordinates, patron-only trips with yours truly, and a direct way to message me and talk anything Jeep and overlanding. Thanks again for watching. See you on the next one.